This presentation is for you if you're currently marketing money-making opportunities online to consumers. Now, in the discussion, we'll talk about a brand new legal framework by the FTC that is being very vigorously enforced by the FTC, targeting earnings claims. Hi, Chip Cooper, digital marketing compliance attorney, and I work with and help clients who are money-making opportunities marketers with new strategies for earnings claims that directly engage this new legal framework by the FTC. Now, when I'm involved in a discovery call with a prospective new client, it's clear to me that they really understand the problem, which is they know the FTC is cracking down on earnings claims. They're concerned about being shut down and fined, and also with the possible reputational damage that could occur with an enforcement action. And in these discovery calls, there's almost always a moment of truth. And that moment of truth typically arises when I ask this very simple question: how would you like me to help you? And the answer in many cases goes something like this. I've got, this complement of earnings claims disclaimers, but I'm concerned about whether they're effective for compliance. And so I want you to review the disclaimers and update them for compliance. And then I advise them that that won't work anymore, that under this new framework by the FTC, they've made it very, very clear that an earnings claim disclaimer that contradicts or undercuts the basic message of your earnings claims is no longer effective. So this approach to compliance will not work anymore. I'm sorry, but I can't be your guy for legal services. However, some in these discovery calls indicate that they're interested in sort of a mindset shifting of their perspective about earnings claim compliance. And they're even willing to learn and engage with this new framework. And so I advise them, well, there are basically 5 steps for this shifting of your perspective toward engagement with this new legal framework. And the first one is simply understanding, having a working knowledge of what an express ad claim really is. So you see the 3 elements there on the slide: express language that promises or suggests a very specific measurable benefit. And this is a classic example on the Cheerios cereal box. You see it in the banner there on the lower part of the box. You can see it very clearly. Can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart healthy diet. A classic example of an advertising claim or ad claim in a very broad sense. Now, when we drill down a little bit to a subset of an ad claim, to an earnings claim, you see the FTC language on the slide, which is a mouthful. Essentially, an express earnings claim, not implied, involves an oral, written, or visual representation to a prospective customer that conveys this message of a specific level of actual or potential sales or profits. That's a mouthful. Then the FTC follows up with this additional complement to that definition. It may include, earnings claims may include things such as charts, tables, or calculations, or actual statements that can lead a prospective purchaser to believe that they're going to improve themselves financially. Would be a quick summary. You can see the detail there on the slide. Now, there are remaining steps. We've just covered the first one, having a working knowledge of what an express ad claim really is, drilled down to an earning claim. But you see the remaining 4 steps for shifting perspective on this slide. We'll cover these in subsequent videos. More on that later. That's all for now.